Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm an attorney with Goldman and Associates. And recently I was asked at a discussion that I was hosting, is my wife going to get everything, half of it all, just because it's a Michigan divorce? And this is a very interesting question because, all states are different in terms of how they handle property division. Each state is unique in that regard. Some states may handle it the same as others, but there's always a unique situation that goes state to state. Now in Michigan, we are a no-fault divorce state, and every effort will be made to divide all property fairly and equitably. That doesn't necessarily mean equally, but it does mean with a sense of fairness. So is your spouse definitely going to get half of everything? Well, we're going to start out with the proposition that yes, generally speaking, this is going to be an equitable division, and in most cases, equitable may mean equal. But everything, will she get half of everything? That's something that we have to define. What does everything encompass? Everything will typically encompass, within the scope of this discussion, of everything acquired during the marriage. Whatever's acquired during the marriage is not necessarily everything, because you may have acquired some things before the marriage. So, for example, let's say you had a home, and the home's in your own name, it's always been in your own name, it was in your own name 10 years before you got married. You've been married for 5 years. You had the home 10 years beforehand. All together, you've had the home 15 years. Well, she's not going to get half of the home because two-thirds of its ownership was predated the marriage. But assuming that the home is no longer a marital asset, in other words, it wasn't commingled or any way into a marital asset, the way the court's going to look at it, it's going to look at the value of the house as of the date of the marriage. If it was worth $100,000 then, 100 is off the table. If now it's worth 150, so the 100's off the table, and we only split the 50. So she'll get 25 and you'll get 25. So you'll have 100 plus 25, and she'll have 25 of that $150,000 total package. Now, I guess going back to the original question, does she get half of everything? Well, she'll get an equitable share of the marital assets, but the marital assets doesn't always mean everything. So obviously all these cases are fact specific. If you have a question about your case, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.